this is Tony Cañas, and today I want to talk to you about my favorite role within the carrier space. A role that is a little hard to understand because there is no entry-level version of this role. And that role is the sales manager. So I want to talk to you today about what sales managers do and how they differ between the exclusive and the indie side, or the independent side of the industry, and kind of my view of what makes a great sales manager and the future of the sales manager role, because it is changing a lot. I had never heard of the sales manager role. I had been in the industry for a couple of years working in claims, and I had a good idea of what claims did, what underwriting did, a little bit of what the actuarial people did, and I had never ran into the sales manager role. And then I met John Pyle, and John was a master claims rep at the same company where I was. My goal was to grow from the entry-level claims role where I was to the master claims role where he was. And he told me that he was in the process of leaving claims and going to the sales manager side. And I was like, why would you? And what is the sales manager side? Sales managers live in the space between the insurance carrier and the agent that sells the policies. The sales manager basically doesn't manage people, manages the relationship between the insurance carrier and many insurance agents and agencies in a particular, usually geographic territory, and usually on the field. And on the field means like they don't work from the headquarters office or from the regional headquarters office. They work from home, and they spend a lot of time in a company car visiting, in-person visiting insurance agents, whether those agents are independent or exclusive. The role of the sales manager is encouraging agencies to send us more business. As a sales manager, you help create new relationships with agencies that currently don't sell our product. You help train those agencies and their people on our appetite, on our system, and you help them grow their business by using us instead of the other companies. This role has many names around the industry. Some companies call them sales managers, some companies call them field sales managers or territory sales managers. Other companies call them just territory managers. They all kind of do the same thing. Where it does become somewhat different is between the exclusive and the independent line companies. Independent side companies like Liberty, their sales managers, their role is to work with established independent insurance agents in their territory, get them working with Liberty, help them understand the appetite, train them on the system, train their people, quarterback when there's problems. When there's problems with claims, when there's problems with underwriting, anything like that, you play the quarterback role. And it's very much an influence with our authority type of role, because there's nobody reporting to you. Underwriting doesn't report to you, claims doesn't report to you. You have to influence those areas of the company, licensing, underwriting, claims, etc., without being their boss. So it takes a lot of influence with our authority. Where it is different from the exclusive side, the exclusive sales managers are much more hands-on. In that case, you are literally recruiting people to sell insurance, and you are teaching them how to sell insurance. You're teaching them how to build an agency. You're teaching them how to hire people and how to manage people. So it becomes a much harder role, in my opinion, than the independent side sales manager. So independent side sales manager is more about dealing with successful agencies that are a good match for my carrier's product, getting them to use us instead of other alternative carriers. While on the exclusive side, you're the only game in town for all your agencies, but you really need to be much more hands-on. You need to teach them how to sell. You need to recruit people into opening their own agency, and you need to help them hire CSRs, how to train the CSRs, etc. It's a much more hands-on type of role. So why do I think this is the best, my favorite carrier side role? Because it is the best combination I have found of the stability of the carrier space with the pay potential and the freedom potential of the broker space. Since you don't work in the office, since you're out on the road visiting agents, you really are in control of your own schedule. Every day is different. Every day you're in a different part of town or in a different part of the state, depending on how big your territory is. And it's a very social. You spend a lot of time having conversations that are very social as opposed to very technical. So it's a very, very social role. There's a lot of taking agents out to eat, taking them out to the ball game, that kind of thing. There's a lot of that social relationship part. So if you're an extrovert and you like the relationship management side, it's fantastic on that, but you don't have the pen. You don't have underwriting authority the great majority of the time. Company car, good pay, great bonus potential. It's a great role. Most sales manager roles generally pay somewhere in the 75 to 95 grand range, plus a company car. So that's a nicely paid job. And then very often you find 30 to 40% bonus potential per year. So you can get 30 to 40% of your salary on an end of year or end of quarter bonus. So it's significantly higher bonus potential than a lot of other carrier side roles. So a great combination of stability and great pay. Now, the sales manager role, and I'm recording this right during COVID, where sales managers have become very expensive assets, sitting at home, not being able to visit agents with an expensive company car. During the couple of years, let's say the 3, 4, or 5 years before COVID happened, sales managers were already going a little bit out of style. What I mean by that is, as brokers consolidate and you end up having fewer larger brokers and agents, generally the sales manager is great for a new relationship or to revive a relationship. Come in, bring some donuts, teach me about your appetite, help me get a contract, teach my people about your system. For that kind of stuff, the sales manager is a great fit. But once you have a developed relationship, the sales manager is not as useful as the underwriter. Basically, it comes a point with a well-developed relationship, and especially with larger brokers, there comes a point where they don't care about seeing the sales manager anymore. Who they care about is the underwriter. So we are seeing a change, and we were seeing this before COVID, and it's only being accelerated by COVID, a change where a lot of companies are going from the sales manager model to more of a field underwriter model, where the person visiting you has underwriting authority, has the pen. So there's your warning about sales manager roles. And COVID and the inability of seeing agents in person for now has quickened the death of the sales manager roles. And we've seen many sales managers get downsized because they've become an expensive asset to have during a pandemic when they can't go see people. Also, a lot of companies are investing in virtual sales managers or inside sales managers whose territory is not really geographic and who work more from the office than from on the field. I just wanted to record an introduction to the sales manager role and kind of what it looks like. The successful sales managers have always tended to come from underwriting, and it's a job. There's really no entry-level sales manager role, maybe except the inside sales manager role, but even for that one, you probably will do much better, and it'll be a lot easier to get that role if you already have some underwriting experience. So either way, going into underwriting is the way to make it into a sales manager role. But do keep in mind that the sales manager role might not exist forever, and that more and more the field underwriter will reign supreme over the sales manager at most companies. Getting some solid underwriting experience before making the move to the much more fun, in my opinion, job of the sales manager makes a lot of sense. The last thing you want to do is find yourself 10, 15 years from now as a sales manager with no underwriting experience as your company pulls the plug on the sales manager role and replaces them with field underwriters, and you don't have the underwriting experience to qualify to be a field underwriter.